Levon wears his wool like a crown, and he calls his child Jesus, because he likes the name. He sends him to the finest school in town. Levon likes his money. He makes a lot, they say. Spends his days counting in the garage by the motorway. He was born a puppet to a bone on a Christmas day, when the New York Times said God is dead and the war's begun. Haven't tossed his head and son today. And he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man, and he shall be Levon, in tradition with a family plan. And he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. He shall be Levon. Levon sells cartoon balloons in town. His family business thrives. Jesus blows up balloons all day. Sits on the porch swing watching them fly. But Jesus, he wants to go to Venus. Leave Levon far behind. Take a balloon and go sailing, while Levon slowly dies. He was born a puppet to a bone on a Christmas day, when the New York Times said God is dead and the war's begun. They haven't tossed his head and son today. And he shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man, and he shall be Levon, in tradition with a family plan. Woo! Shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. He shall be Levon, and he shall be Levon. He shall be a good man. He shall be Levon, tradition with a family plan. Woo! He shall be Levon, and he shall be a good man. He shall be Levon. He shall be Levon. He shall be Levon. He shall be Levon. So he shall be, woo, he shall be Levon. Said he shall be Levon, yeah. he shall believe on. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, everybody. Good to be here. Happy Sunday. Okay, let's go through some comments. See who's here. Say hello. Rob Castelli. Steve, 2 questions. The headphones are for, and the iPod. Let me see. You use for backing tracks. What are the specs on that? Well, I'm not actually using it today. It's just here. But the only reason why I use the iPod, there's a couple of reasons. People are wondering why I have an ancient artifact, and here's why. So I make my own backing tracks. I use this sequencer. I use recording software or my hard disk recorder, put together everything, leave out the piano or whatever keyboard I want to play and the lead vocal in the mix, put a mix down, and then I save it as a lossless file, not a compressed file like an MP3. I use a lossless file, which is bigger. That's about 1 megabyte per minute on the song. And I have about 300 songs done with backing tracks. So I bought this a while back for 2 reasons. One, it has a 160 gigabyte hard drive, so it's not competing with apps and all kinds of other stuff on my phone. So that's nice. It's got a huge hard drive. 2, this is old, but I really like the fact that I can feel pushing the button. So, you know, in the middle of a show, I'm busy trying to interact with you guys, and I'm trying to. So if I need to stop it, I can. It's not a screen; it's a button. I can push it and I can feel it click under my thumb. So that's why I use this old school iPod. Then I can just run that through one of the channels on my mixing board. That's my band. And then I'm playing. This is on another channel, and this is on another channel, and that's how that works. The headphones, that's because I have to be able to hear myself, and I don't want a bunch of leakage coming through this microphone, for example. So what I'm hearing here is the same mix that you're hearing there, so that way I know exactly what you're hearing, and I can make adjustments accordingly. And that's why I wear the headphones during the live streams. I would prefer to not have to wear them, but these are much more comfortable than, especially in this setting, than like in-ear monitors. So there you go. Hi, Mom. Hi, Steve and fellow Sunday friends from Lincoln, Nebraska. Well, thank you. Good to see you, Ma. Astrick, hello. Harley Joe, hello. It's going well for me. Hope it's going well for everybody else. Dave Rosado joining us from Brazil. Good to have you with us. And your beautiful bride. I've enjoyed the photos you posted lately there, man. You two are such lovebirds. Bob Douglas, hey, from Saigon, Vietnam. Thanks for joining us, Bob. Bill Hasty, how you doing? Thank you, I appreciate that. Eric Doucette, hello from Toronto, Canada. Can you play Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon? You know, I've never tried that one before, but I like that song. Maybe I'll give it maybe I'll try a bad version of it later. Bettina, our beautiful friend from Germany, how are you? Good to have you with us. Good evening from hot and humid Florida. Yes. Well, it's hot and dry Nevada, I got to tell you right now. Stockholm, Sweden, Thomas Klang. Thank you. Good to have you with us. Edward, can you request Space Oddity by David Bowie? I'm not going to be able to do that one tonight because I'm not familiar enough with it to even fake it. I'm sorry, but I will try to put that on my list of things to look into. Jakob from Denmark, thanks for joining us. Curtis, Break My Stride by Matthew Wilder. I'm not familiar with that song, but I will look it up and see if I can get it in a future stream. Chris Caputo, New York City. Thank you very much. Good to have you with us, Chris. Al Smith. My eye is a lot better. He's referring, I had a little infection in my eye. I had to cancel my question and answer session on Friday because it was really swollen. I looked like I'd been in a prize fight. Anyway, I'm going to carry on for now. It's good to see everybody. Try to make it worth your while to spend a little time with us here. This is a request that came in a few weeks ago, and I just have kind of been tinkering with it a little bit. This is by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. Seems like yesterday, but it was long ago. Janie was lovely, she was the queen of my nights. There in the darkness with the radio playing low. The secrets that we share, the mountains that we move, caught like a wildfire out of control. There was nothing left to burn and nothing left to prove. And I remember what she said to me. She swore that it never would end. Remember how she held me oh so tight. Wish I didn't know now what I didn't know then. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. We're young and strong, we were running against the wind. The years rolled slowly past, and I found myself alone, surrounded by strangers. I followed my friends, found myself further and further from my home, and I guess I lost my way. There were so many roads, living to run and running to live. Never worried about playing or how much I owed. Moving 8 miles a minute, months at a time, bringing all the rules that were bent. Began to find myself searching for shelter again and again. Against the wind, we were running against the wind. Found myself seeking shelter against the wind. Me now, I've got so much more to think about. Deadlines, commitments, oh, what to leave in and what to leave out. Against the wind, still running against the wind. I'm older now, but still running against the wind. Well, I'm older now and still running against the wind. Against the wind. I don't remember who requested that, but thank you. It was fun putting that one together. We'll probably do that a few more times down the road. It's a cool song. It deserves to be played enough times to do it really well. Our resident music trivia man, Bill Hasty, is here with our factoids. 1970, the Beatles started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with The Long and Winding Road, the group's 20th U.S. number 1. Yes, they got the 70s started off with a bang, didn't they? Okay. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Thanks, Chris. Ditto. Let me see here. I've heard so many great Elton performances from you. Hard to say anything. Have you seen Elton John playing It's a Sin? Sorry about that. My eye's still a little weird. Playing It's a Sin with Oily Alexander. Can you play it? I do not know that one. I'll have to look that up. I'm sorry. I don't know that. Well, give her a hug for me, Dave. She's sassy, but she's a keeper. She's a good one. The sassy ones always are. Okay. Thanks, Vivi. Appreciate that. Good night from Moscow. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm honored. Okay, I have a Billy Joel song that I've been meaning to play for some time now that I've kind of been working on, and then we're going to dive into some more requests. This is off of this is something I've never performed before, guys. This is off an album from 1989 called Stormfront. And the person who actually turned me on to this one, well, I mean, I was already a fan of it, but he kind of challenged me. Our friend Kevin Lawrence asked me if I knew how to play this, because of course he doesn't, and he doesn't want to take the time to learn it because he's lazy, because he's busy being a dad. Just kidding. He's super talented. He'll probably learn it and knock my socks off with it. But this is one of his favorite songs, and he asked me a while ago if I knew how to play it, and I was unable at the time to honor the request, but I thought I would do it now. And this is a deep cut off of the Stormfront album. It's called State of Grace. You know what? I'm going to try this one more time because I can't live with myself doing it that bad. We're going to do a take 2. Take 3.
Comes across your face, it's so familiar to me. Here I am, trying to keep you in my line of sight. I'm never certain that you read me right. Sometimes you don't want to see both of us know we're in love, but that isn't always enough. I never could rise above it all. Down I fall, 'cause darling, there you go. not a perfect place. Still, it's the world that I'm in. Here I am, talking while you don't hear a word I say, knowing you're watching me from far away, somewhere that I've never been. Don't you see, you lived a different life from me. Don't mean you have to be afraid of how we're not the same. Don't leave me now, darling, there you go, just slipping away. How can I get you to stay where you are? Keep you from going too far. Holding you here is so hard to do. I'm losing you. Well, there you go, slipping away into a state of grace, drifting away into your sacred place, someplace that I've never been. There you go, slipping away, well, just slipping away into a state of grace. There you go, slipping away, but drifting away into a sacred place. There you go, slipping away. All right, Kevin Lawrence. The next deep cut's got to be on you, my friend. Okay. I don't even know if he's here. He's probably not here right now, but I'll send it to him. Okay. So let's go back and see some of these requests. Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna do some music beyond just Billy Joel and Elton John, but I see there was a request early for this beautiful thing that I haven't done by Elton in a while. You get a little wah-wah here. So I do not recall who did this, who had this request, because it's way up in my comment thread, but I do remember seeing it, so this is for you. You'll know who you are. Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane. I can see the red tail lights heading for Spain. Oh, and I can see Daniel waving goodbye. It looks like Daniel must be the clouds in my eyes. They say Spain is pretty, though I've never been. But Daniel says it's the best place he's ever seen. Oh, and he should know he's been there enough. Lord, I miss Daniel. Oh, I miss him so much. Oh, Daniel, my brother, you are older than me. Do you still feel the pain of the scars that won't heal? Your eyes have died. You see more than I. Daniel, you're a star in the base of the skyline. Then you, my brother, you are older than me. Do you still feel the pain of the scars that won't heal? Your eyes have died, but you see more than I. Then Daniel, you're a star in the base of the sky. Daniel is traveling tonight on the plane. I can see the red tail lights heading for Spain. Oh, and I can see Daniel waving goodbye. It looks like Daniel must be the clouds in my eyes. Oh God, it looks like Daniel must be the clouds in my eyes. Okay. So I have a few kind of like really, really ridiculously nerdy text chats that are ongoing with a couple of different people about music. And one of them I was engaged in yesterday morning. And the question came in. There were three songs. I don't even remember what the other two were, but the question was, if you had to listen to one song on repeat during for the entirety of a 3-hour flight, would it was either the one I'm about to play or the other two? And this one was sort of like the hands down victor for me, and it reminded me how much I like this song, so I thought might be appropriate to share this with you. Let's see if you can remember this song from, I think, about 1980 or 1981 by Crosby, Stills, and Nash. going to southern islands, sailing a reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside, and the downhill run to Papa A.T. Off the wind on this heady leather Marquesas. We got 80 feet of the water line, nicely making away. In a noisy bar in Avalon, I tried to call you, but on a midnight watch I realized why twice you ran away. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, the larger voices calling. But heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. Well, I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure, and you know it will. You know it will. When you see the Southern Cross for the first time, you understand now why you came this way. 'Cause the truth you might be running from is so small. It's as big as the promise of a coming day. So I'm sailing for tomorrow, my dreams are a-dying, and my love is an anchor tied to you, tied with a silver chain. I have my ship, all the flags are flying. She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, larger voices calling. What heaven brought you and me cannot be forgotten. I have been around the world looking for that woman, girl, who knows love can endure, and you know it will. You know it will. So we cheated and we lied and we tested. We never failed to fail. Was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being a bestie. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you. In the Southern Cross. All right. Cindy, Tolley, Klein. Great to see you again. Streamed some Billy last night on the deck on the lake. Thought of you. If you get a chance, how about a request of This Is the Time? Thanks, your favorite math teacher. Don't even joke about that. You are my favorite math teacher. There's a reason why you're the only one that I even tried. You're the only one I worked with in high school, Cindy. You ushered me through Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2,
And then a little bird whispered in my ear that I didn't have to take any more math to graduate, and we were done. Absolutely. Let me get some lyrics up for this. Feels weird to be at that point in my life where I'm calling my high school teachers by their first name now, instead of, Mrs. But it doesn't feel right to do that either. All right. For my favorite math teacher. We walked on the beach beside that old hotel. They're tearing it down now, but it's just as well. I haven't shown you everything a man can do, so stay with me, baby, I've got plans for you. This is the time to remember, 'cause it will not last forever. These are the days to hold on to, 'cause we won't all we'll want to. This is the time that's gonna change. You've given me the best of you, but now I need the rest of you. Did you know that before you came into my life was some kind of miracle that I survived? Someday we will both look back and have to laugh. We lived through a lifetime and the aftermath. This is the time to remember, 'cause it will not last forever. These are the days to hold on to, 'cause we won't although we'll want to. This is the time is gonna change. I know we gotta move somehow, but I don't wanna lose you now. Sometimes it's so easy to let a day slip on by without even seeing each other at all. But this is the time you'll turn back to, and so will I. And those will be days you can never recall. So we embrace again behind the dunes. This beach is so cold on winter afternoons.
Oh, but holding you close is like holding the summer sun. I'm warm from the memory of days to come. And this is the time to remember, 'cause it will not last forever. These are the days to hold on to, 'cause we won't, although we'll want to. This is the time that's gonna change. You've given me the best of you, now I need the rest of you. Thank you. Okay. There's a conversation about pizza happening here in the comments. All right, J-Disc, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Okay, let's take a shot in the dark here. I don't really know this song, so I may not be able to play all of it. But we're going to give this a little bit of a try. This is by Warren Zevon. This is a request that came in. Let me see. Werewolves in London. Let me see. No, werewolves in London. Okay. I don't know that I'll even be able to get through a whole verse and a whole chorus on this, but I'm going to at least try it. It was a request. Someone said Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon, and I do like this song. I like this song. Every time it comes on, I think it's catchy. So, so here we go. We'll just take a crack at it. 2, 3, 4. Saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the States of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Whole Foods, for to get a big dish of beef chow mein. There we go. Now, werewolves of London. Werewolves of London. You hear him howling around the kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again, yeah. Now, werewolves of London. Werewolves of London. He's the hairy-headed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been over Hood in Mayfair. Better stay away from him, he'll rip your lungs out, Jim. Huh? I'd like to meet his tailor. Oh, Werewolves of London. Oh, Werewolves of London. Oh. When I saw Lon Chaney walking down with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, and his hair was perfect. Nah. Werewolves of London. Oh, he drew some blood there. Werewolves of London. What a quirky song. I would never think to write lyrics like that. I love it. I love it. Okay, thank you for the request. Hey, Liam says, greetings from Cork, Ireland. Okay. Dawood B, I wish so much that you would sing Here, There, and Everywhere. Oh, that's a beautiful song, yeah. We can do Here, There, and Everywhere. So this is a Beatles tune off of an album called Revolver, written by Pole, that I got the chance to see him do in person back in 2002. It was amazing. Kind of my one of my favorites of all time by him. Let me see here. To lead a better life, I need my love to be here, making each day of the year, changing my life with a wave of her hand. Nobody can deny that there's something there. Running my hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share. Each one believing that love never dies, watching her eyes and hoping I'm always there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share. Each one believing that love never dies, watching her eyes and hoping I'm always there. I wanna be there and everywhere, here, there. and everywhere. Okay, little programming note. Next week I'm going to have to do what I hate having to do. I'm going to have to cancel the live stream because I have been booked for a private event in Detroit, Michigan, and I will be flying out Friday. I'll fly into Detroit. I'm going to play Saturday night, and then I'll be on a plane, and I won't even land back in Las Vegas until about 2 o'clock this time, if everything flies on time, and then there's another 90-minute drive or so back here. So I'm not going to be around next week, and I'm very sorry about that. And one of the things I'm sorry about is that I will not be here on Father's Day. So I'm going to do a couple of songs in today's set that I know my dad would like. Send those out to him as sort of an early Father's Day gift. He's enjoying my niece and nephew with my mom out in Nebraska right now. And so I'm going to do a song by Jason Mraz that's about good parents. This is called 93 Million Miles. Just start that again. This is called 93 Million Miles by Jason Mraz. And I'm going to send this out not just to my dad and not just to my mom, but this is for all the good parents out there who encouraged your kids to go out and figure out who they were, but let them know that there was always a place back where they came from. I think we can all handle an awful lot in this world as we go out and pursue the things that we're meant to do. As long as we know that there are two people, or one person, or whatever that is, that will always love us no matter what. 93 million miles from the sun. People get ready, 'cause here it comes. It's a line, a beautiful line, over the horizon into your eyes. Oh my beautiful, oh my beautiful mother. She told me, son, in life you're gonna go far. If you do it right, you'll love where you are. But just know, wherever you go, you can always come back home. Ooh, no. 240,000 miles from the moon. You've come a long way to belong here, to share the view of the night, a glorious night. Over the horizon is another bright sky. Oh my beautiful, oh my irrefutable father. He told me, son, sometimes it may seem dark. The absence of the light is a necessary part. But just know that you're never alone. You can always come back home. No, you can always come back. Yeah. But every road is a slippery slope, and there is always a hand that you can hold on to. Looking deeper through the telescope, you can see that your home's inside of you. Just know that wherever you go, no, you're never alone. You can always 93 million miles from the sun. People get ready, 'cause here it comes. It's a light, a beautiful light, over the horizon into our eyes. Thanks for always having a place for me to come back to, Dad. If you're just joining us, I'm Piano Man Steve Lungrin. Every Sunday we get together here at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Daylight Time, whichever part of the year we're in. Share a couple hours of music and fellowship here. If you're really enjoying yourself and you'd like to, I've got some digital tip jars down in the description of both YouTube and Facebook. Venmo and PayPal. It's not required. Always appreciated. Helps me keep the electricity turned on and powers new content on a regular basis. So I appreciate all your support. It's never required, but your greatest gift to me is always just your presence here. Back when I was fresh out of college and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with myself, I was a musician on the side. Hadn't really taken seriously the idea of making that my full-time career at that point. Seemed a little too unpredictable. But I didn't know what else to do with myself either. And luckily, my father had been running a clothing store for the better part of 25 years, and I had worked for him part-time in college and high school. And he was looking for someone who knew how to fit people properly and who understood how the business worked well enough to be able to get a little bit of free time himself. And so he took me on, and I worked with him for about 3 years. And it was really, really special part of my life, not just to get to know him and his element and all of that, but also just to be a part of that small town, Main Street, local mom and pop kind of shop. And eventually he was ready to move on to something else after he'd done it for about a quarter century, and he's done great in real estate ever since. But I will always appreciate more than anything the time I spent at Lungrin's for Men. And it inspired this song, which I put on an album called, the album was called Keep This Party Rollin'. It was released in 2018. It's on Spotify and Amazon Music and Apple Music and all the places where music is sold and streamed and downloaded. And so I'm going to send this out as a little Father's Day gift as well to the man who helped inspire it. This is Downtown Main Street Shop. His name was Joe, he owned a hardware store. His wife was Betty Jean. His father left it to him 20 years before. His grandpa opened it in 1948. They knew almost every single customer by name, and everyone bought everything from Joe and Betty Jane. Time marches on, and that little store is gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town, and I'm so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. Big chain moved in and others came behind. Joe's traffic went away. He bought some television ads and billboard signs. Sales kept on dropping every day. He did everything that he could possibly afford to keep the business that he loved from locking up its doors. Time marches on, that little store is gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town, and I'm so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. My kids will never know the way it used to be. Discount chains and online stores is all they'll ever see. Time marches on, that little store is gone, but the doors are all still open in my heart. I'm glad I was around in that little town, and I'm so glad I bought from that mom and pop in their downtown Main Street shop. In their downtown Main Street shop. All right. Thank you. See what's in the request lines here. All right, Leslie Joe says, can you play some Chicago? Hard Habit to Break or You're the Inspiration, maybe? Well, I'll tell you what. I haven't done this one in a while. I love Hard Habit to Break. It's a little harder to do because it's a duet and there's overlapping parts and requires a really, really wide vocal range to do that as one singer. But You're the Inspiration? Sure. I remember when this was on the radio as a kid. It was one of my favorite songs. Let's see if I remember how it goes. You know what love was meant to be, the kind of love to last forever. And I want you here with me from tonight until the end of time. You should know everywhere I go, you're always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Baby, you're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration, bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. What have you near me? What have you near me saying? No one needs you more than I need you. And I know, yes I know that it's plain to see, we're so in love when we're together. And I know Yes, I need you here with me. From tonight until the end of time, you should know everywhere I go, always on my mind, in my heart, in my soul. You're the meaning in my life, you're the inspiration, bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration. Won't have you near me, won't have you hear me saying, no one needs you more than I need you more than I. Won't have you near me, won't have you hear me saying, no one needs you more than I need you. You're the meaning in my life, you're the inspiration, bring feeling to my life. You're the inspiration when you love somebody till the end of time. You love somebody, always on my mind. When you love somebody till the end of time, you love somebody, always on my mind. Woo! All right, thanks for the request. Hey, Jules. Well, we're going to forgive you this time. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, so Creedence or Winwood? I think I'm going to do Winwood because Creedence is, I don't know if I've got the throat for John Fogerty today or not. I've always loved this song from the 80s. I think this is one of the great written songs from that era. This is by Steve Winwood, who, interestingly enough, played mandolin on this song, even though he's so famous for being a Hammond MP, not MP3. Jeez, I'm such an idiot. Sorry, a Hammond B3 organ. Getting the technology of different eras mixed up here, guys. Anyway, this was a staple on the radio growing up, and the harmonies that were sung with Steve Winwood on this recording were by James Taylor. Well, it used to seem to me that my life went on too fast. I had to take it slowly just to make the good parts last. When you're born to run, it's so hard to just slow down. So don't be surprised to see me back in the bright part of town. I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed one time will open up again. I'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched me once will smile and take me in. And I'll drink and dance with one and free, let the world back into me. And I'll be a sight to see back in the high life again. Well, you used to be the best to make life be life to me. And I hope that you're still out there and you're like you used to be. Well, we'll have ourselves a time and we'll dance till morning sun. And we'll let the good times roll in and we won't stop until we're done. We'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed one time will open up again. We'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched us once will smile and take us in. And we'll drink and dance with one and free, have the world so easily. And oh, we'll be a sight to see back in the high again. The high line, baby, yeah. Be back in the high life again. All the doors are closed one time will open up again. We'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched us once will smile and take us in. And we'll drink and dance with one and free, have the world so easily. Oh, we'll be a sight to see back in the high life again. Back in the high life. All right, thanks for the request. Well, Steve Winwood from the 1980s. Benjamin, greetings from Chile. Buenas noches, señor. ¿Cómo está? Kurt Gibson, really enjoying the stream. Do you know Night Swoon by REM? Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't know Night Swimming right now, but I'm going to tell you a quick story about that. There was a show every year. There was a sort of a variety show, like a talent show that you could audition for to be in my high school every year called Musicalia.
And I always did my own thing, but I was often asked by other people to accompany them as well, because there weren't that many piano players. And a fellow in my class who was a great actor, and we did some theater productions together, named Bill, sang Night Swimming and asked me. So I did learn how to play it like 25 years ago, but I haven't done it since. So I'll have to look that up, though. I like REM. They were a good alternative band. So I do have some history with that song, but I couldn't even remember anything about it except the name right now. Alistair, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. Good to have you. Thank you, Bettina. I appreciate it. Big man on Mulberry Street, Stormfront, or New York State of Mind? Hi, Matzi. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. I'm not sure whether I should be adventurous or go with what I know I've done 10,000 times. I think let's, for the sake of, since we're getting close to the end of the show, I'll do the one out of that I know for sure, but those are all three songs that I have played. I've got many, many fewer reps under my hands of Mulberry Street and Stormfront than I do of this one. But I'll try to include those other ones as deep cuts in future shows, okay? Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Seen all the movie stars and their fancy cars and their limousines. Been high in the Rockies under the evergreens. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. Whoa, 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 comes down to reality. That's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide.
Allentown or on a riverside. Don't have any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, Daily News. Whoa, 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 whoa. Comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on a riverside. Don't have any reason, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a state of Thank you. Harley Joe, your wish is my command. This is an amazing piece of music written by very, very young Elton and a very, very young Bernie Taupin. Turn me loose from your hands. Let me fly to distant lands, over green fields, trees and mountains, flowers, forest fountains, home along the lanes of the skyways. For this dark and lonely room projects a shadow cast in gloom, and my eyes are mirrors of the world outside, thinking of the way that the wind can turn the tide. These shadows turn from purple into gray, just this skyline pigeon dreaming of the open, waiting for the day he could spread his wings and fly away again. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Let me wake up in the morning to the smell of new mown hay, to laugh and cry, to live and die in the brightness of my day. I want to hear the pealing bells of distant churches sing. Most of all, please free me from this aching metal ring, and open up the lanes of the skyways. But just this skyline pigeon dreaming of the open, waiting for the day he could spread his wings and fly away again. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Fly away, skyline pigeon, fly towards the dreams you left so very far behind. Thank you. Okay. I had planned on doing this one. Okay. We are of like mind there, Alistair. I haven't done this one in a little while. I want to send it out to my beloved Vienna. A really amazing place. I cannot wait to go back to Europe in general, but Vienna, Austria was a pretty special place with amazing architecture, and just it's a place I need to spend several weeks, not just a couple of days. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me, why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? Won't you hurry about? You better Cool it off before you burn it out. You got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, you know that when the truth is told, you'll get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize the inner waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you wanna be before your time. Though it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Too bad that it's the life that you lead. You're so ahead of yourself, you forgot what you need. Though you can see when you're wrong, oh, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. Got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't you even believe they'll come true. Ooh, why don't you realize the inner waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Take the phone off the hook, disappear for a while. Alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize the inner waits for you? You know that when the truth is told, you'll get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, why don't you realize the inner waits for you? Why don't you realize the inner waits for you? Okay. Hey, Florian, A blues scale. There you go. Hey, Ruth Ann, I haven't said hi to you yet. Good to see ya. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to do another one of the special privilege song I brought with me kind of thing. Which ones have I not done? Oh, yes. It's another song that came up in one of my nerd chats. This is by Jim Croce, and I think one of the greatest songs written in the 1970s. The pine trees lining the winding road. Got a need, I got a need. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad. I got a need, I got a need. And I carry it with me like my daddy did. But I'm living a dream that he kept hid. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead till life won't pass me by. I've got a song. Like the whippoorwill when the babies cry. Got a song. I got a song. And I carry it with me and I sing it loud. If it gets me nowhere, I'll go there proud. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead till life won't pass me by. And I'm gonna go there free, like the fool I am and I'll always be. I got a dream, I got a dream. They can change their minds, but they can't change me. I got a dream, I got a dream. And I know I can share it if you want me to. If you're going my way, I'll go with you. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead till life won't pass me by. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, till life won't pass me by. Thank you. This is a Baldwin Pianoville, Alistair. It's an old model. I got it in 2001. I don't even think it's on the market anymore. I mean, I'm not even sure if Baldwin's on the market anymore. But it's I've enjoyed it. I like the feel, and it's got very, very limited sounds. But I bought it so that I would have something with a really good piano sound on it, and I like the sample a lot. It also has a great electric Fender Rhodes. It's got that version of Fender Rhodes. It's also got this version of Fender Rhodes, which you can combine and get this sound or this sound. And you can also put a phaser on it. So I have liked that. Maybe I should do that song. Oh, I see. We've got a request here for another Billy Joel song, so I'm going to do that because I don't get a chance to do this one very often. This is a tune off of the 1982 record, The Nylon Curtain. This is about working class people and the changes that have been coming to their lives through globalization and such. It's called Allentown, and forgive me, but I'm going to have to do an opening sound effect. It goes something like this. Well, we're living here in Allentown, and they're closing all the factories down. Out in Bethlehem, they're killing time, filling up forms, standing in line. Well, our spent their weekends on the Jersey Shore. Met our mothers in the USO, asked them to dance with them slow. And we're living here in Allentown, but the restlessness was handed down, and it's getting very hard to stay. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, oh. Well, we're waiting here in Allentown for the Pennsylvania we never found, for the promises our teachers gave, if we worked hard, if we behave. So the graduations hang on the wall. No, they never really helped us at all. Oh, they never taught us what was real. Iron and coke, chromium steel. And we're waiting here in Allentown. So they've taken all the coal from the ground, and the union people crawled away. Hey, 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 hey. Every child had a pretty good shot to get at least as far as their old man got. Something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our bay. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, oh. Ooh, ha. Well, I'm living here in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down, but I won't be getting up today. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, guys, thank you. Probably have time for one more song here before we got to hang it up for the night. And this is for my dad. This was one of his probably one of his three favorites that I played when I was younger in his basement, when I was giving free 2-hour unsolicited concerts every night after school. We did not have headphones or a keyboard. We had an acoustic piano, and the whole damn family just had to put up with it. But my parents are always very supportive and enjoyed it a lot, and this was among, as I say, the 2 or 3 that were his favorite to hear. So we're going to close out tonight with this song by Elton John. Thanks, everyone. Remember, if you're enjoying the show and you feel so inclined, I really appreciate all of you who put contributions in my gratuity jar. Not required, but it really, really does help, and thank you so very much. So, all right, Dad, see if you remember this one. I saw you dancing at the ocean, running fast along the sand. Spirit born of earth and water, and fire flying from your hands. In the instant that you love someone, in the second that the hammer hits, reality runs up your spine, and the pieces finally fit. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. You're all I ever needed, baby, you're the one. There are caravans that follow, drunken nights and dark hotels, when chances breathe between the silence, where sex and love no longer jail. Whoa, for each man in his time is Cain, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, a long lost heart within his reach. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. You're all I ever needed, baby, you're the one. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Whoa, whoa, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. All I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Whoa, whoa, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one.
Happy early Father's Day, Dad. Enjoy the U.S. Open next week. Don't forget to put it on DVR for me while I'm gone, in case there's someone worth watching. And everybody, thank you so much. I'm sorry I won't be here next week, but it's for a pretty good reason. So appreciate your patience. We'll be back the week after that. This is not something I have any intention of giving up. I love it too much. Remember, if you're a musician, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And for everybody, give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. We don't know when this ride comes to an end. Leave it all in the field. Make it count, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, my favorite time of every single week. Love you guys. Talk to you again soon.